tied to a chair in my brain.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Enigmatic Monster Project Podcast. I am Jonathan Khrushchev. With me as always is my co-host Jake. Say hi, Jake.
Hello, people.
Alright, this may be a low energy podcast because I just got off a very boring shift at work.
Mine didn't fare that much better either.
Mine's just,
pretty,
I don't know why I got really tired before I went to work. Like all of a sudden all my energy drained around like 3 o'clock. And I had to go in for a short shift. And I don't know why. I was just so tired. Like, I could have fallen asleep standing up.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know why. Like, I actually got, like, a good amount of sleep. I slept in until, like, 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Maybe you overslept.
Maybe. I don't know.
It can happen.
Maybe it was because of that cookie I ate. I had, like, a sugar crash.
Oh, maybe.
I had one of those cookies. Oh, it was so good. Big glass of milk.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways. So, Jake, you have no talking points.
None particularly.
I got a couple. But first, we'll do Enigmatic Monster News. We have the Bonsu event coming up on the 9th.
Yep.
Which I may or may not be at.
Yes.
Because of work-related things.
Yes.
But Jake will be there and Penny will be there to
Definitely.
read some stories and promote Enigmatic Monster.
We've chosen 2 stories to read. And we're going to talk about what we are and what we do. And see where that goes.
Yeah.
You know, see where it leads.
It's good stuff.
Otherwise, Penny and I had actually spoken the other day, just off topic. We were talking about dreams, and we both had some pretty fucked up dreams lately.
So have I. I had a weird, like, well, I think it was like a 3-day period where I just kept having weird dreams.
Oh, yeah. Kind of happens in spurts like that.
It was strange. Like, the first day, I had this weird dream that kept happening, like it kept continuing as I woke up and went back to sleep. Where every time it would just be me, I was in a car, and for some reason, it was like a European car, because the steering wheel was on the other side, and I'm in the left front seat. And every time it would just be, we're driving, everything's fine, all of a sudden we go down a hill, we take like a left or a right turn, and we go straight into a lake. And we're fucking quickly sinking to the bottom of the fucking lake. And I'm just like trying to smash the window open. And the person driving is always just like completely calm. Like nothing's wrong at all. I'm like, do you not see what's happening here? We are going to die.
Yeah, that would be a little freaky.
Yeah. And then there was the other dream I had, which inspired the story that I'm going to submit for the second version of volume of Enigmatic Monster.
Good stuff.
Which was about how much I hate Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, eh?
Kind of. Sort of, but not really.
Are you Captain Hook?
No. No.
He has a pretty valid reason.
I just realized that it was like related to Peter Pan after I woke up from the dream.
Oh.
And I realized why it's like that. It's because I hate Peter Pan. I never liked the story. And the idea of everlasting youth always sounded stupid to me. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Penny and I, the dreams that we've had, not only recently, but even just through time, like notable dreams. We were telling each other and talking about astral projection, lucid dreaming, all that good stuff. Yeah. False awakenings. Some of the dreams that we'd had, I told her a few of mine, and she said they sounded pretty good. If I fleshed them out, they'd be pretty good enigmatic monster stories. So maybe on the next one, maybe volume 3, might have a couple dream-inspired tales.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll move into my talking points, because you don't have any. I put yours first. So first off, Philip Seymour Hoffman is dead. Famous actor. I think they found, 10 bags of heroin or crack in his apartment? I can't remember.
I think it's a setup.
Setup, yeah, really? There's a big conspiracy to kill a random actor?
Yep.
Okay. That really sucks, because he was a really good actor, and especially in Almost Famous, which is, I'm going to put a clip a link to a clip on YouTube of one of the scenes. He did a really good job in it. Yeah, and we'll move past that because that's all I wanted to say. Really, it sucks that he's dead.
Yeah.
I found out this weird thing that millions of starfish are being killed by this starfish wasting syndrome disease. I think that's what it's called. Yeah,
That's the
and it's
first
just
I've heard of it.
it's this weird
Okay.
disease that it just randomly hits these starfish, and it causes them to grow weak and their limbs to pull themselves apart. Like an arm all of a sudden will just start to crawl away from the body and then like die until the starfish is just ripped apart.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
That's frightening.
Yeah, I know.
Could you imagine if that happened
I
to
saw
people?
a video of one of the fucking limbs just like crawling along. I'm like,
Because
that's unsettling in a lot of levels.
Because I'm fairly sure the way a starfish, its
Yeah.
biological function, its arms are, obviously it's arms, but they're almost like separate entities.
Yeah.
Kind of like
If you cut off one, it'll
Yeah.
regrow.
it usually grows
so
back
far.
or something. It'll grow into a whole new starfish. So this
Yeah.
is actually very frightening because it's completely overriding that system.
Yeah,
it
it's,
just tears it apart.
Yeah, mysterious illness being called starfish wasting syndrome has claimed the lives of millions of starfish along the U.S. West Coast line from Washington to California. Scientists have been aware of the disease outbreak since June 2013 and have yet been able to identify a cause. They did like tests. I watched a video which I wish I still had. It might be in this. No, it's not. Damn it. But I saw a video of them doing tests. They would put like healthy starfish into a tank with sick starfish that was dying, and they didn't really see any change. Like, it's not spreading the same way a regular disease would. It's just whatever starfish gets it dies. They get these weird lesions all over their arms. Yeah, it halts their regenerative ability, and then it spreads within a few days, and the starfish dies. And it just starts to, like, a weird thing is it's just, it rips them apart. It causes them to rip each other apart. Let's see, mortality rate is a staggering 95% in populations hit with the disease. In a silver lining, not all sea stars are affected, but purple sea stars and sunflower sea stars
Are
the most affected. Yeah. It's really weird. And if I can find the video of the experiments being done, I will put it.
There's also a
hashtag.
public service announcement, I guess. Call out. Says here, the public can help by taking photos of sick starfish they encounter and sharing them on social media sites using hashtag sick starfish.
All one word.
All one word.
So,
yeah, if you're anywhere on the West Coast
It
or
is.
anywhere and you see sick starfish with white lesions and their arms just falling off,
it's not falling off. Arms ripping
off.
As if the arms decided to take a separate vacation.
Yeah. You should definitely take some photos and
try not to
hashtag it
have
up.
nightmares
Yeah.
of your arm deciding to rip itself off from your torso. It's disturbing to watch this happen.
I can imagine.
All right, so that's it for that talking point.
I'd be pretty scared too
Yeah.
if it were happening to me. Oh God.
So there's a comic that I love. We're going to the next talk point. There's a webcomic that I love called TJ and Amal's the less than epic adventures of TJ and Amal, which is a sort of cross-country story, road trip kind of story about these two dudes who are in love. So if you're not a fan of homosexual relationships or the occasional gay sex scene, do not look at this comic. It's not the main focus of the comic, but it's still there, so there's a warning. But it's a really good comic, amazing art, fantastic storytelling, great characters. It is now updating 2 times a week. If you haven't seen it, check it out, because it's really good. And on to the next talking point. A brain surgeon walked 6 miles in a snowstorm to perform surgery. He actually stopped along the way to help somebody get their car out of a ditch, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see, where is it? Not a snowstorm, not a traffic jam, or a daunting 6-mile walk through the fresh powder could stop Alabama neurosurgeon from getting to the hospital where he was needed for emergency story. Dr. Zenko Kerwinkwit I don't know how to say that.
Herringcue.
Herringcue?
Herringcue.
Herringcue. Had to travel from Birmingham's Brookwood Medical Center to Trinity Medical Center to perform an operation Tuesday, but a sudden snowstorm had snarled all traffic. I don't think you can use... Maybe you can use that in that way. Doesn't sound like you can. Whatever. Snarled all traffic, with thousands of drivers getting stranded for hours. And, he just got out of his car and started to walk. He says it's not a big deal because he walks a lot. He left around 10:45 a.m. and got there at 12. By 12:45 he was already operating on the patient. He was able to receive the patient's CT scan via text message while walking towards the hospital. Okay, he had a 90% chance of death. If he didn't have surgery, he'd be dead. It's not going to happen on my shift. That's an impressive statement. Without the surgery, the patient would have most likely died. Steve Davis, charge nurse in neuro-intensive care unit at Trinity Hospital, told the AP. But he is doing well. Google Maps estimates the distance that Herringcue walked was around 6 miles. This just speaks volumes to the dedication of the man. When I saw him, all I could say was, "You are a good man." So hooray! He saved a guy's life.
It's actually a happy story on the news for once.
Yes.
Could have been tragic, but
could have ended poorly. He could have died along the way. The patient could have died. They both could have died.
Alabama is one of the southern states, isn't it?
Yes.
So they don't normally get a lot of snow.
No.
No. So yeah, of course, they would be stuck for hours.
And it's the kind of state where any snow, even a tiny bit of snow, causes people to lose their fucking minds. I looked at somebody's Twitter this morning, someone from who's now living in Texas, and he just says, "Come on, Dallas, that's not snowfall out there. That's dandruff. Don't lose your fucking minds." And I'm like, that's about right. So yeah, it's just an impressive story. And a completely different note, Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama, 25 years later after the creation of his character Goku from the Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball Z and GT and so forth, finally reveals the identity of his main character's mother. 25 years later, and it's an incredibly boring, uninteresting story, and I don't know why it became news. Goku's mother is called Jean. Like all Saiyans, her name is a vegetable pun, and this time around it is apparently a play on the spring onion known as Neji, or Negi, I don't know how to pronounce it. Negi. So yeah, it's just a boring, I don't understand why this is news story, but I figured I'd throw it in there anyways.
Apparently,
Goku now has a mom.
From what I'm reading here, apparently, I saw a line about how Saiyans usually just couple just to breed, but I guess she fell in love. Well,
because the Dragon Ball story is that Saiyans, this alien race that Goku is a part of, is it's a military race.
Oh no, I know.
They were very crude, like cavemen style species that partnered with another race that was weak but had incredible technology and became like planet thieves or planet pirates, essentially. They send like a child to a planet, it awakens, the pod that's sent in teaches them everything they need to know, and as they grow, they destroy everything on the planet and get it ready for sale. So not a lot of love in that society. No. Just a lot of violence and patriarchy. And that is the talking points for this week. Random and all over the place. And that's about it. Jake, what have you been up to in the 2 weeks that it's been since I last talked to you?
Working.
Yeah.
Mostly working.
Same here.
Yeah, it's...
I'm getting more hours.
That's good.
Yeah.
I really hope I hear something back. There's that job I really want to get. And they said wait till February, and guess what? It's February! Woohoo!
Yeah. I gotta start looking again because the jobs that I thought I was going to get that I applied to before, the window of opportunity is essentially gone. Oh. I don't think I'll get called in for them.
Did you
I applied for them. I applied them. I did a follow up, but essentially they both said we'll call you if you're, we'll contact you. Because they're
one of those.
Yeah. It was at the wine rack, and then the other one was at the hotel. So, yeah. That sucks, but...
I have a friend who sends me a lot of media and design related job postings from all across the city.
Yeah.
I'll hook you up.
Oh, really?
He sends me a lot, like at least 3 a week. They're usually just small. Like sometimes they're small, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're constant. They're temporary.
I wanna be challenged.
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of being so bored at my job. Like, I brought 2 books to work today, and I almost fell asleep reading them. Just, like, I shouldn't be able to get through 2 books. And I shouldn't be able to burn through Sherlock Pang Volume 1 and fucking Walking Dead Volume 1 in a 3-hour work shift. But I did.
That sounds like more reading than working.
Yeah, because
it was that dull.
So little to do. Because when I have a short shift, I'm not cooking. So and I'm not cooking and I'm not really cleaning. I'm maybe wiping down a counter. I'm serving a customer if there is a customer. Maybe restocking the mini fridge for drinks, which I didn't even have to do because it was already like pretty.
Demon tied to a chair in my brain.